The truth is, many of us don't know how to be proud of ourselves. Maybe we forgot or we never really knew how to. Sometimes achieving something might just feel like meeting this bare minimum standard. And rather than feeling happy about it, we just feel relieved because we met that bare minimum standard again. So I reached out to a few people to ask how they felt about their academic achievements. But this feeling also links into our everyday life and how we feel about regular achievements. It turns out that we all fall under one of three categories. Hi, I'm Shiba, and welcome to my calm corner of the internet where I share my thoughts, my lessons, and reflections, hoping that it helps you and I to grow one step closer to becoming a better version of ourselves. Part 1, the Numb achiever. So this is the category that I fall under, and just a little backstory. When I was a secondary school student, I was always competing and I was always losing. So that was my point of view, right? Being in competition and always losing. What do I mean? I got into school, my first 2 years, I was second place. When I got to the fourth year, I was third place. And when I got to the sixth year, which was the final year of my secondary school, I was in fourth place. So this was second, third, and fourth out of about 300 plus people. And looking from the outside, being fourth out of 300 people is a big win. It is something that a lot of people would love to achieve, right? You'll be proud of yourself. Imagine being the fourth richest person in the world. Come on, that is a huge win, but I did not feel good about it. I never celebrated myself because I was never first place. So throughout my secondary school days, I felt like I did not achieve anything academically. And that probably makes me sound like an ungrateful bitch. And I know I was really, really ungrateful, but it's really how I felt. Fast forward to university, this whole secondary school experience just made me completely detached from the outcome, and I just wanted to be a first class student. My third year, someone pointed out that I had the highest GPA in my department. Now, going back to me in secondary school, where that was my one true goal and my only dream, I would have been so elated. But this version of me just did not feel anything. I just did not feel good, did not feel bad, I just felt nothing. And my fourth year, I was having a conversation with some friends, and it's kind of linked into us talking about CGPAs and the number of people that were on first class and the actual GPAs that we had. And then I saw the next person, and it triggered this sort of toxic competition that I had when I was in secondary school, and I just wanted to compete with this person. Said person never showed that he wanted to compete with me, but I just had this in my head because it's how I was wired in my secondary school, right? To just keep competing, keep this position that I did not even want, but I didn't want to lose it. So I still felt nothing. There are a few qualities of this type of person. First, they are always in competition. Second, they are never satisfied. And third, they are almost always under pressure. Part 2, the quiet minimiser. So someone I know recently achieved something great, and I decided to reach out and ask this person how they felt about this achievement. How did they feel to achieve this? Happy or they were anxious? Did they celebrate or did they plan to celebrate? The person said no until someone else said, why don't you tell other people? And that was what triggered a lot of joy for achieving this. And I asked why they didn't plan to celebrate at first, and the person said it's something that other people get effortlessly, so it would have been making it more than it seemed. So this category has some qualities, and the first is that they downplay their efforts. The second is that they believe feeling proud is not really valid. And the third thing is that they focus more on the wrongs than the rights. This category probably believes that since it's something that other people have been getting over and over and over again, The fact that they've gotten it once does not mean that it is something to be proud of. Part 3, the secure achiever. This category has hacked it. They've cracked the code, right? When I first texted this person, I expected this person's experiences and feelings to be similar to mine, but it was the exact opposite. So this is how the conversation went. First, I asked, how did they feel to achieve this? The person said they felt really, really happy. And then I asked, did you celebrate? This person said, I always celebrate. I said, why? And the person said it's a reward that they look forward to from the beginning of the semester to the end of the semester. And I was a bit shocked because why is my experience so different from this person's experience? And I tried to dig a bit deeper and ask about how they navigated secondary school. And it was quite similar to mine, but there was one thing that was different, and that was a very important thing, which was the mindset. The person was also top 3, and it was also very competitive, but the person was never competing with anybody, which means that if the person was second place, the person was really proud of being second place. If the person was third place, the person was really proud. If the person was first, the person was really proud. So it didn't really matter. As long as the person puts in the effort, they should definitely celebrate that success or be proud of themselves. So the qualities of this particular group is, first, they don't compete. Second, they are never under pressure. And third, they celebrate every single win, big or small, they celebrate it. I mean, from this, it's obvious that we should all strive to be the third category. From the 3 categories, it's definitely the healthiest. But why does it actually matter? So after having this conversation, I decided to make use of the internet, because why do we have the internet if we can't use it, right? First, celebrating wins is essential for maintaining motivation and improving overall life satisfaction. I'm trying to link this back to the stories that I just told you. If I had celebrated my wins, I would have not been miserable like my secondary school academic achievements, right? And to the other person that decided to celebrate their wins, they were satisfied with their academic achievements throughout their secondary school days. So it means that this is right. Also, celebrating wins can boost your mood and improve your confidence. Now, the second story that I told you, this person did not want to tell anybody about this win. But once this person decided to tell their close friends and family about this, the joy increased by about 10 times because this person was so excited about this win. After speaking about it and after acknowledging in a way that it was an achievement. So it definitely boosts your mood overall. And finally, this builds self-worth. And this was talking about the mental health aspect of it, where not celebrating your wins just puts you in this state of nothingness, and it also leads to the risk of being depressed because your brain doesn't know how to link that particular achievement to happiness yet. So once you celebrate your wins, it helps you know that, okay, you can do this thing, and it also solidifies the fact that you should be able to do something better than this in the future. So it helps you mentally and it helps improve your self-worth. So how exactly do we go from category 1 and 2 to category 3? And there are 4 main steps. The first one is to set a clear goal. You can't reward yourself if there is no goal. So what exactly is the goal? This goal doesn't have to be something big. It can just be learning to draw or reading a book or going on a run or one day. It doesn't have to be something huge. As long as it is clear, it can be something small because you have to celebrate whatever you do, big or small. So the second thing is to decide on what your small reward will be for that small goal you set. So let's say my goal is to learn how to draw a flower, right? And I say, when I draw this flower, I'm going to get myself an actual flower. So if getting flowers is something that you've always wanted to do, it pushes you to want to learn how to draw that flower so that you can reward yourself with the real flower, right? The third is you should decide on what your big reward will be for your big goals. You can definitely have small goals, but we also have bigger goals that we want to achieve, right? It could be probably finishing a project, or it could be maybe learning how to draw in general rather than just learning how to draw one flower, or it could be becoming a reader. That would be a big goal. So you can decide to set yourself a big reward for that big goal. So let's say I want to finish this project in 6 months. And at the end of the 6 months, I am going to take myself out, or I'm going to go for an activity that I have always wanted to do. Or in fact, I'm going to throw a party for achieving this goal. Once you set that goal for yourself and it's something that you've always wanted, it will also push you to do your best. It will serve as motivation for you to achieve that goal and get that reward. And finally, which is probably one of the most important steps, is to get an accountability partner. We get accountability partners for everything but rewarding ourselves. What do I mean? We get accountability partners when we want to study. You get accountability partners when you're working on a project. You get accountability partners when you want to track your progress. You get accountability partners for even addiction. People get accountability partners for that. But people do not get accountability partners for rewards. So this is a really important step. Once you have set this reward for this clear goal, tell somebody to remind you or to ask you in maybe a few months or a few days or a few weeks, depending on how long it takes to achieve that set goal, and tell them to make sure that you follow through with the reward, because it's very easy to fall back into the loop of this is not big enough for me to get myself a gift. But that person will make sure that you follow through, and if this happens consistently, it will help you to shift your mindset and you'll be able to reward yourself for little things and big things. So it's easy to just talk about all these things without actually starting, right? So I'm going to start now, and I hope you start with me. So first, set a clear goal. My goal is to finish this book that I've been reading for about 2 months. And I noticed that I read books and I get close to the end and I might not finish it. And I don't want that to happen to this book. So I want to finish it in maybe by the end of this week, because I'm sure I'll be able to do that by the end of this week. So next, I will set a clear reward for this book. And I want to reward myself with cookies, chocolate chip cookies in particular, because I have been craving this for about a week. And I don't just want to buy them, I want to bake them. So that would be my reward, to get myself chocolate chip cookies. And the third thing is to get an accountability partner. So I'm going to text a friend and I'm going to tell them to ask me in a week to send pictures of the cookies I baked. And this video is also keeping me accountable, so that's like two-factor authentication. This whole thing has kind of helped shape my mindset when it comes to celebrating wins. I know it's not something that happens at once, but at least it has helped me to see that celebrating your wins is actually good for you, and it's something that you should strive to do all day, every day. And I hope it has also shifted something in you. If there is anything that really resonated with you or any insights that you would like to share, I would love to see them in the comments. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.